This video is brought to you by CoolStuffInc.com, where you can find cool stuff in stock.
Hello, and welcome back to another day in the arena. It's me, it's CGB. It's the day that the devotees who are here for all the videos have been waiting for when we unleash control upon the meta. Glorious Azorius, glorious blue-white control is back. Is it back? I didn't even mean for an is it pun there. Obviously, is it is one of the best decks to be playing if you love counter spells and removal spells. So can anything fight with it and also keep up with the aggro decks in the format? That's what we're going to try to figure out. So this is my version of current blue-white control. The card choices are weird. I'm telling you right now, there are people they are already hammering onto their keyboard. What about this card? What about that card? No this, no that. Only 3 Doom Scar, only 3 Portable Hole. Why? Why, CGB? Here's what's up. Blue-white can't win a long game against a vast majority of the format. Why? Honestly, it's lands. The creature lands are too good, and we just don't have a good way to remove them. I played with Iron Verdict, guys. I played some really bad cards trying to actually control the board and creature lands. I played Unsummon, into the Royal and Divide by Zero. Don't do it. It's bad. It's really bad out there for a traditional kind of control deck in blue and white. So what do you have to do if you can't win a long game? You have to shorten the game, but you have to do it at the right time. There is no way blue-white can be the fastest deck out there. Mono green, mono white, they've got this. There's no way that you can keep up with a monocolor deck in a Faceless Haven meta. You're just not going to do it. But what you can try to do is control the middle of the game. Like the early to middle of the game, you just try to stop a few of the important things. You Jawari Disrupt a thing here. You saw it coming a thing here. You cast your Doom Scar. You sweep up their board. And then you start playing creatures of your own. And they're bigger than your opponent's creatures. So while they may have a removal card for 1 or 2 or the first one, or maybe you negate that removal card, they eventually just see that your creatures are bigger. So they have to slow down their aggro. As soon as they slow down their aggro, as soon as you play like an Imrith, Desert Doom, or you cast Starnheim Unleash for 2 or 3 and they can't attack through it, or you Dragon Turtle to lock their stuff down and then it untaps later and they can't get through the 3/5. As soon as that happens, you cast Alrund's Epiphany. And then you swing the tempo. You get to start attacking the opponent, put them on the back foot, and you keep them on the back foot with a number of ways that just kind of drop the hammer on the opponent. Emiria's Call is a really good one to make some 4/4s. Powering up Hall of the Storm Giants is a really good one to make a 7/7 and smash into them that way. Mordenkainen, the card that still feels very blue-white control to me, and I'm actually really enjoying playing with this card. 6 mana is a lot, but the sequence you're often looking for is you cast Alrund's Epiphany to make 2 birds, then you cast Mordenkainen, and you have the 2 birds to block for it, because black has some Planeswalker removal, Bloodchief's Thirst, Soul Shatter, but most other decks have a really hard time killing an expensive Planeswalker like Mordenkainen or Liliana if you have 1/1 birds around to block for it. Like, they just can't get to it very easily. So when this comes down, you can either plus it and dig for more Alrund's Epiphanies, or you can minus it and create Ultra Mega Dog Creature Token, which can also help turn that tempo for you. So it's a bizarre tempo deck that plays like a control deck for about 4 or 5 turns, and then tries to totally shift the balance with the most broken spell in the format, Alrund's Epiphany. Can't believe I'm saying that, but a Time Walk effect with 2 birds. Who would have thought it would turn out so powerful? Who could have foreseen this? Nobody. That's who. Or maybe some. Anyway, 2 Evolving Wilds because we actually have a hard time. We want double white early for Doomscar. We want double blue early for Dragon Turtle. And setting your mana up correct, having a turn 1 tap land is actually very important. So we would prefer Glacial Floodplain, but Evolving Wilds will do. I really wish we had a Snarl. Like this color combination could really use a Snarl or a Gain land. Like 1 more double color land would be so nice. Anyway, we also can't miss a land drop. If you stall on 3 or 4, you will not win that game most likely. You might. But it's so much harder because we need to curve into big expensive thing, Alrund's Epiphany all the time. So this deck actually And they're going to rip me for it in comments, but trust me, I had so many ups and downs, and I kept adding land to the deck. Like, every time I would miss a land drop and lose, I added another, and look where it got me. Did I have a bad day of luck? Maybe, but I have 30. These are 24 lands, and then there's 6 spells. I have half my deck able to be a land. Honestly, it's because you end up casting Jwari Disruption so often. It's actually a very good counter spell in the format because it can hit everything. If you play a card like Reject, they'll play Ranger's Class and get you. If you play a card like Negate, then that misses a whole bunch of things. But Jwari Disruption actually does a really good job in the format. The fact that you want to play it as a counterspell so often is why we run so many land, to be honest. We even have Loyal Warhound in here, just to give a little ramp. When it enters the battlefield, if they have more lands than you, you go get a Plains. If you're on the draw, this is a good way to get to 5 so that you can cast Imrith, Starnheim for 2, or a natural Doomscar. It actually makes a huge difference. And speaking of making a huge difference, I've tried so many removal spells and counter spells. I've tried so many things. The card that actually turned the tide was Dragon Turtle. It just gives you a chance. It taps down the Goldspan Dragon. It taps down the Faceless Haven. It gives you a chance, and it's an awkward card. But actually, Dragon Turtle is a sweet combination with your Allrun's Epiphanies because you get to untap it before they untap their creature. Their creature usually is locked down for yet another turn. So it gives you another tempo play. And against control decks, you just run it out there and try to have a body on the battlefield to make your Epiphanies more threatening or to protect your Mordenkainen. So that's what's up. Blue-white. I'm kind of stunned that this is the final version of this particular deck, but it is, and hopefully the gameplay will show you how we got to the cards we got to. Let's dive in. Let the nonsense begin. All right, on the play with Jwaris. Let's do this. Counter the first thing we see? Yeah, why not? Let's counter a few things. On the path to Mordenkainen, maybe we'll finally have a game where this card does something, huh? Just keep them off the board, get these counter spells out of our hand, because against creature decks, they're so bad. And then use the Doomscar and the Portable Hole and things like that later. Alright, if we flood out from here, we'll be happy about it. If we don't, we're drawing spells, so we should be able to compete. So, black-white aggro, huh? We got clerics. We got our opponent getting to their 5th land. There's a land for us. Let's go ahead. They might have Skyclave Apparition, so let's get it from them. They do get another lesson, but I think that's okay. Cabarax, Hope's Demise, and a Foretell. That's got to be an angel, right? All right, so Epiphany. Make some birds to block. Mordenkainen.
The entire multiverse is my library.
The entire multiverse is yours, huh? I want to believe that. Here comes Vanishing Verse. See what you think of it. Maybe not, though. I mean, if there's no immediate answer for this, it's going to get ugly. And Planeswalkers... I mean, black is good at killing Planeswalkers. Happy to block here because of the Doomscar. If they have a removal spell, fine. More likely, they just have another one of this guy. Another Foretell. What? What? What the heck is all this, do you think? Is it doggy time? No. No, I'm a card drawer, not a dog walker. 1, 2, 3. Okay. What can I say? I play one way. I like drawing cards, and I don't apologize. Okay? It's a frustrating card, but manageable. Alright, can we find another Epiphany? Nope. Imrith? What do you think all these are? Let's find out. If they're removal spells, this is hard to hit. That's fine. That's fine. Interesting. They're gonna turn it. I guess they're drawing some cards. So, the ultimate. Exchange your hand and library, then shuffle. Eh? Is that what we're up to here? 24 life. Okay. I think we're probably going to Doomscar. Another Mordenkainen. Mordenkainen! Make the opponent block here. They did. What do you know? So now we get to kill Tabrax so they don't draw cards off the Doomscar. Come here, buddy. This sets up lethal if we ultimate, so that could be fun. Doomscar from the opponent for the dog. That's what's over here. All the Doomscars. Well, now I feel for them because that's a pretty rough draw. Well, this will make our doggo indestructibles until our next turn. So the next Doomscar won't fix it. But now we can't ultimate. We're a ways away from it. But at least if you have one of these on the field, it threatens that ultimate. Uh-huh. You forgot to gain a life. What are you doing? Probably another Doomscar, so I think we just want the Amiria's Call ability again. If they drew all 4 Doomscars, it's just another example of how fine the Shuffler is right now. Let's hold the land to keep the dogs powerful. Haunting Voyage. Oops. Oh my god. Didn't think of that one, did you, Mr. Streamer Guy? Didn't think of that, did you, CGB? I bet you feel stupid now, don't you? 49 life. Oh my god, that was beautiful. That was kind of beautiful. Easy blocks. Now they won't draw cards off of the Doomscar. Do we make another dog after that? I feel like we have to pressure them, right? They've probably got another Haunting Voyage, and they'll return something to the battlefield with the aura. So we need another dog. If they return a flyer, what do we do? I guess we can make an angel or two? 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. We need an untapped land. All right, let's draw first. Because I don't think we're making a dog now. We found an untapped land. Couple of them, actually. Three Tabaraks. Hopefully they block with the aura. That would be pretty lucky. Dog gang up. Take 8. Not that they care. Wait a minute. If the aura is still on the field, do they just get back everything? I guess so? That's not good. That is not good at all. If I make 2 angels and they have a handful of removal, do they have a handful of removal based on what's happened so far? This is such a weird... I'm not sure what's going on anymore. If I tap out, though, and they kill Mordenkainen, I've got another. Time to see what happens. I think I was just supposed to ultimate this when I had the chance and cast Alrund's Epiphany. Although I might have lost it in a turn or two, but I think there was probably a way I could win. Drana. Oh my god. They're attacking with the aura. I mean, that's a block. Okay, so my prediction here is that they're thinking that if I have Doomscar, they have Haunting Voyage, and they're not thinking about Doomscar plus Saw It coming. Getting this card back is huge. Right? Whenever another non-token creature you control dies, put a counter. If it's a cleric, draw a card. Cleric, 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 cleric. What do we do about that? Don't really want them to draw cards. Not really. Seems bad for me. Am I making a dog after the attack? I feel like I need more cards. Also, by the way, if we ever start finding epiphanies here, we are in good shape. Let's draw. Starnheim Unleashed, you say. Dragon Turtle, you say. 10-10, ready to rumble, and a turtle can lock something down. What could we lock down? We could lock down the Drana and attack in the air, but the problem with that attack, we threw away a turtle. I think we let him draw a whole bunch of cards then, huh? If we attack with a 4/4, it's too obvious, and the block is obvious. We want them to at least think a little that we might not have it. It being the Doomscar. Mordenkainen is bringing it this game, though. Card is finally showing up. They're going to draw a million cards. Let's hope that they're all as bad as the cards they've already played. I know, brutal, right? Brutal. I'm a terrible person. $69, nice. All right, Dragon Turtle, saw it coming. Mordenkainen. Let's do this. Sure. They're freaking never ending over here. Cleric class, yeah. Let's gain that life. 66, how am I gonna win this? It's gonna take probably a Mordenkainen ultimate. All right, do we wrath this? I don't think we wrath anything. This has to counter the next Haunting Voyage. Our opponent has showed that's in their range. We've got to play around it. Another Tabrax. Oh my god. What do I do? What do I do? At least they don't have creature lands, man. Creature lands would be a problem. Ba-boom. Alright, can we have an epiphany? Imreth.
I'm reading.
Still can't have an epiphany. But what can we have? Another Doomscar is 5. And then we could play a Desert Doom after it. The opponent will just rebuild and play Haunting Voyage, so that's not a good enough play. Maybe we're supposed to make angels. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. We need 2 extra after the angels are made. So that's right here. So that's 1, 2, 3 angels. 3 angels is okay. Of course, if we do this, we probably get to ultimate this, which draws a ton of epiphanies. The problem with that is we only have a few turns to win the game using them, and our opponent's at 70 frickin' 5. I think we just Doomscar again and say go. Alright, Doomscar's left in the deck. 1, 2, 3. Dealing this much damage, the only thing we have that scales that well is either the dog with the ultimate, which gets worse every turn, or the Starnheim Unleashed itself. So I think that's the plan. We've got to make... Is this a good card? I'm not countering that. I have principles. I have standards. I'll find a portable hole. It's going to be fine. Okay, their rebuild was not great. You like to see that. So, we could draw our deck, and then we would have 3 cards in our library. We would cast Alrund's Epiphany. The next turn, we would cast another Alrund's Epiphany and a Starnheim Unleashed. It's not close, right? We're not even in range. We're not even in range. We've got to keep plussing. There's a negate. Can I leave up? Well, let's see. 1, 2, 3 angels, and then I have a counter magic. I guess we got to start somewhere. Again? Oh man. Making... Ooh. Don't forget to tap this for a life first, or 2 life. They forgot. Professor of Sim blah blah blah. Confront the past. Well, that's an expensive spell that we can negate, so I guess I'm happy. Somewhere the Alrund's Epiphanies are hiding, guys. There's 3 more. We will get to them. It's coming. Level 3. Turn target creature from graveyard to battlefield. Gain life equal to its toughness. They play around the counter spell. And it's Aura. Okay, 81 life. And more. No attacks. Interesting. Let's tap the flyer. And here we go. Here we go. How much damage can we deal if we cast 3 straight Epiphanies? You know what? This is what they call the content play, everybody. I could math it. But forget that. We go for it. It's time to be brave.
No spell eludes me.
Of course, another thing we'd have to take account if we ran the math, which would take another, like, extra time out from your content, is we draw a card like Legion Angel or Loyal Warhound. Like, how does that add to the clock? Alright, our deck has 4 cards. Now it has 3. But it doesn't take many to win the game. That's gonna be a thick doggo.
Ah, my faithful hound.
52-52 doggo. Do I have another hole? Yes, I have 1 more hole. The last hole that you'll ever need. Behold the power of Mordenkainen. It was a good game. It's very terrifying. There are 2 cards left in my deck. Finish him, Fido. Finish him. Stand against the cleric army. All right, on the draw, not great. Foretell Turtle. Does that hold up in this format on the draw? Maybe not. I don't know. But I guess we have to learn. Okay, looks like they're gonna play dragons. We need to draw. We need to start drawing the right side of our deck as soon as possible here. They'll probably have more card advantage than us, but we might have as many or more counterspells than them. If we draw them, we need the Disdainful Strokes and the Negates to get to the top of the library. The Saw It Comings are acceptable too. We also have Dragon Turtle, which can tap down a Goldspan. Opponent foretells. Do we want to slam a turtle and attack with it? I guess so. We want to try to be the beatdown. We need to get them to commit to things. This is one way to do it. It's going to take a minute, though. He's a turtle, okay. He's got stuff to do. He's a little slow. Let's get this foretold. If we can get our opponent to go for a Goldspan Dragon and get it countered, and then make 2 angels, that'd be pretty devastating. I'm really glad they didn't have Behold the Multiverse. That card is a bit of a backbreaker for us. Alright, Turtle can finally get busy. Let's go. Alright, there's still 1 turn from like fighting a proper counter war. So we need to foretell something. What should it be? Let's do the second Saw It Coming. So if we top deck a land, we have to use a Saw It Coming this turn. No, we would use this one. All right, Epiphany. I'm thinking, like, how do I get to play a Legion Angel and still have a counter available? Divide by 0, sure. Frustrating. My poor turtle. He just got the attack off. All right, come on back. Because why not? We got to get those beat downs where we can. Unfortunate. But I guess we have double counter now. So do I want to foretell and give that up when they're about to go in the Goldspan turn? I don't have a great answer to it if it does resolve, so I guess not. Now I can't foretell. Galzeth Prismari, huh? Let's start the fight. They let that go. And they missed the land drop. So do we, but we draw the most awkward of Warhounds. Alright, attack. Opponent will probably not counter this and just remove it. But we'll see. Okay, they go with Saw It Coming, sure. Let it go, let it go. We want them to go for the Goldspan Dragon. We want very badly for them to go for the Goldspan Dragon. You gotta sell it. Okay, well, they found the untapped land, which they didn't have last turn, which might be the last piece they need if they have 2 Saw It Comings. They don't. Okay. So this is probably an epiphany. So how do we play? Let's play our own epiphany. Resolves. Which probably means the Starnheim is good to go. Let's make sure before we attack with the birds. All right, how do they deal with the angels? Boom, snap! They've got their own epiphany. 'Cause they do. Oh yeah, Loyal Warhound's gonna get a plains. They can't deal with that. All right, a little bit of a confidence builder there, not gonna lie. All right, Evolving Wilds on turn 1, as planned. I think we get white. Double white cast Doomscar, double white cast Legion Angel. Although, what is our opponent doing? Maybe this is Angels? I'm used to seeing snow-covered plains out of mono white. I feel like it should be you, but it may also need to be you. I'm not sure. Could go either way. I'm on the draw. Let's set up the defensive cards. All right, the angels are here. We want to negate a Fira's Retribution, but we can also Doomscar it. So maybe we want them to resolve it. What we really need to do is draw a land. Yeah, let's foretell and then plan to Doomscar if they Retribution. All right, can I not get mana screwed again? It's been a bit much lately. I know, my opponent just got mana screwed that game that you saw. Don't show the games where I, like, never draw land number 4 and die. It's not fun. Alright, so now we have a Legion Angel issue. Do we just blow these up? Does that do us any good? I think the opponent will play one more, but I don't have any other use for my mana this turn, unfortunately. Okay. Seems bad. The opponent's just gonna Legion Angel harder. And then when we play our Legion Angel, they'll probably have removal. And they have all spells in hand, it looks like. Unless you got a tap land. Okay, they've got a tap land. Ugh. This draw is so bad. Alright, I guess we do the same. Just start getting victimized by removal. At least we have some life total to play with. Maybe we can run them low on removal, then Starnheim for 2 if we ever, and I mean ever, draw land. Rampage. Okay, good. No attacks. No land. Ooh, man. So, whenever an angel of theirs dies, somebody else has to sacrifice a creature. I mean, I think I'm just supposed to do this again. Or I could hold up the negate, exile the Epiphany. The opponent didn't attack last turn. Maybe they don't want to trade. But I'm just falling too far behind if I do that. We just have to keep playing our own critters. Foretell, probably a Starnheim. Resplendent Marshal exiles the other Legion Angel. These become bigger. So I guess we have to do this because if we trade here, we have to sacrifice this anyway. We could kill the bigger one with a double block. I don't know. All right. The mana screwedness is getting to me. Let's go with the Portable Hole. take out the token. And we will Dragon Turtle something as we try to hang in there. I wonder if I'm supposed to save that till end step so I can negate a Starnheim, but I think the opponent will be greedy with the Starnheim. I don't think they'll cast it. I think they'll cast the Angel again, the Legion. That's really good. That's really good. All right. Land number 5. What a gamer. How do we start playing this? We can make our own angels, but we really need to wait this out. So I think we need to play Dragon Turtles and keep tapping things. And I would love to foretell to use our mana, but I think we need to have negate available. So, go. All right, so they're about to gain that ability. Let's tap down their token before they gain that ability, so that it can't tap to kill this Dragon Turtle in response to the tap down from the other turtle. We're going to need to draw more Doom Scars, I think. I think as far as... I think what they have on the field will outmuscle us. Alright, come on, please go for that Starnheim. Please. Or another Retribution. Go for something that I can negate, please. Nah. 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 Alright, they're now beating me on lands again. Good draw on the Portable Hole. We have another Dragon Turtle, but we're still missing land. So I think we have to keep the negate up. This will untap. It will have Double Strike. Turtle, turtle. The turtle tempo is unleashed. Take 6. 12 to 17. Our army of Dragon Turtles has a lot of work to do. A lot of work to do. We have the Portable Hole that can hit the token. They are just untouchable. I cannot get them. Why would you not do that pre-combat, though? I'm very confused. They play around negate like a boss, don't they? Get that. These don't have Double Strike anymore, but they do hit for 7. Yeah, pretty obvious I have negate at this point, if they're watching for it, because I've been leaving 2 mana up a lot. But hopefully we get a big swing out of them, and then we all runs Epiphany, and see where it leads. They can't counter the Epiphany, so let's attack first. Yeah? Well, if we're going to play the Epiphany, we can't afford to use a negate here. Dragon Turtles, did you get the job done? Is Dragon Turtle tempo going to bring home the win? Even if they kill one of these, it's not good enough. Oh my goodness. They didn't respect the power of the Dragon Turtle, and now they die for it. Oh, that game was actually... That game was on the edge. We had to make do with so few resources. I bet if we play the wrong thing in the wrong place at any point there, we'd lose. Let's see. Was it Starnheim Unleashed? Of course it was. Of course it was. And we held it off with the negate just long enough. On the play, we've got the Wilds, the Warhound that might not do anything, but we do have Foretell to maybe pass some turns while they play lands. And then we've got our top end. I'll keep it because of the Doomscar. All congested. Sorry for nose and throat noises. I occasionally become human while playing Magic. It's a serious issue, I know. I'm going to slow roll the Evolving Wilds on this one for the pregame hello. I'm salty like that. Wonder if we'll be able to get this Disdainful Stroke to hit something. I hope so. Would be nice. Good old mono green doing the mono green thing. You know, they might go for a Chariot here. Let's hold up and try to get a land off this Warhound. And try to... If we can get an Asika's Chariot, I'll be so happy. Do it. Do it. They didn't do it. Okay. Opponent's gameplay skills unmatched. So we take 1,000,000 damage. I have a Lair of the Hydra too. This is not great. But we do what we have to do to hit land drops in this game. We need to draw land next turn. An untapped land so that we can Doomscar and then Disdainful Stroke a Chariot. That's what we need. Here's the Blizzard Brawl, but that won't work because they only have 2 snow lands. Let's see if they see it. Yeah, they can do it off the Troll. I think they almost did it off the Pack Leader. That works, though. Down to 7. And they hit the land, and it's a Faceless Haven, but they need another snow land to make it good. All right, we can now Disdainful Stroke. So we need them to go for Chariot. Please go for something expensive. You could also go for a Vorinclex. That would be okay with me. Please. Do it. Do it now. Do it. Take your weapon. Strike me down with all of your hatred. Do it. Do it now. Look out. What more can I say to you to convince you that you should play your Asika's Chariot into the Disdainful Stroke that is otherwise a very bad card in the matchup? Dang it. No! No! Alright. Awkward draw on that Epiphany. Very awkward look here for the Doomscar. And we're just gonna die to this Hydra. So I guess I have to try to trade with this Dragon? Do they have enough mana to pay the ward? They absolutely do if they have another Blizzard Brawl. Another Blizzard Brawl. Mono Green's so good. Like, it is our worst matchup. Not close. Absolutely farms this deck. So if you hate losing to green, don't play this. Do not play. Okay. Looks like we might be going to 1. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo, guys. I mean, they just have another one, so it doesn't really matter what we block here. I mean, look at how bad these Doomscars are. We just lose for casting them. It was a shame to get mana screwed again, though. That's been the story of my day. If we hit our land drops, I think that game is at least interesting. But it is our worst matchup. Land drops, land drops. I'm up to 28. I've been adding a land every time I get mana screwed. I'm all the way up to 28. Let's put it to the test. In theory, I should be able to draw lands out of my 28 land deck. It's just been that way today. Alright, let's go over here. Let's see what we can do. Mono white. There's a land, nice. Luminarch, sure. So do we hold? I think we hold. We could play the hole, but I think we're going to need it later. If the opponent plays an Elite Spellbinder and they see the portable hole, they're going to be like, hey! But we could have also played this to set up for a Skyclave Apparition. Are they going to miss land? Looks like they are. Nice. Alright, we drew another land. We're on a roll. Boom. Let's slow that down. All we need to do now is draw an island. Drop Imrith. Be the monster we were meant to be. Paladin class is a bit annoying, but whatever. 3 all runs epiphanies. 4 lands. 28 land deck. Okay. Let's start setting them up. Do not play a Redain on me, though. My heart will break. Tapped land. It's coming. It's coming. At some point, we're taking all the turns. Our opponent still playing the critters. Guiding voice. Get that environmental sciences. Wagon turtle. So close, man. We are so close to glory. And yet, I'm still scared. Son of a... Well, they drew their 3rd land. I shouldn't complain so much, huh? But they're white aggro, you know? They were built for this. Alright, if I play this on their turn, it costs an extra mana because of Clasp. That's fine, because we have nothing else to do with our mana. They are down to 1 card. They have thrown a lot of bodies into the Doomscar. Rah, shark. It is Shark Week after all. This isn't a shark, it's a dragon turtle. Shut up. It's a Shark Week if I say it's a Shark Week. Let's take some turns. It's time. It is time. Close to lethal there, but not quite. We may as well get the dragon down. Trust me. It'll get there. We'll get there. Battle in the 700s. 1 will no longer be 700. What the F? Okay. Okay, Shuffler's fine. Shuffler's fine here. Don't worry about a thing, everybody. Wizards has got this. Do you trust your Wizards with your shuffling needs? I know I do. Alright, 28 land deck. Give it to me. Thank you. Appreciate that. I don't think I'm going to have time for a Saw It Coming to even matter against this deck, so I'm just going to foretell these and hope I draw straight to 6 lands, you know? It's doable. I've definitely drawn 3 lands in a row in other situations where I didn't want them, so we can definitely do it now. There are 2 foretold cards. The opponent has to be thinking Doomscar. They're highlighting my lands. What, land destruction? You got Stone Rain? What you gonna do? Huh? Huh? What you gonna do? Nothing, that's what you're gonna do. Nothing. Gotta get that card draw, baby. Gotta get that card draw off your inscription. We're drawing those lands. Do we let them do that for another turn? I think I do, actually. And then next turn, what do we draw? Maybe I foretell the Saw It Coming this turn. Because then next turn, if I draw the untapped land, I can Doomscar and counter something. I want them to play out, so I don't want to leave up mana for a Saw It Coming. What I need to do is top deck an untapped land. We've drawn 2 in a row. Can we get a third? Now they have a creature land. Lair of the Hydra. They found it. It never takes them long. The green has access, like Snow Green has access to 8. We draw the land. This game has been silly. Here's the Doomscar. Alright, now we need an untapped land next turn. One more untapped land. Or just a really good card for 5 would be fine, like Desert Doom. Like, pretty much anything that isn't a 6-drop, and we've already drawn 4 of them, 4 of the 6. So, it seems like we've got a good draw step here. Alright, down to 4. It's a tapped land. We're dead. We are dead to an untapped land from our opponent. What a ridiculous thing. It's a tapped land. We're not dead yet. We're not dead yet. Down to 1. But we're going to take a lot of turns now. Baby, baby. Let's go. And then I'm going to make a really huge dog token. I know it's nice, right? It's so epic. Interesting. So we could leave a lot of counterspells open. We have to be able to stop this Hydra, or we could slam our Planeswalker, who hasn't been able to get onto the battlefield yet today. But I think having the counterspells open is just the best way. We're not going to play all of these. As long as we have a turtle and a Saw It Coming available. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3. So we can do this. For Mordenkainen. I mean to play you, dude. And we could there, and we'd probably still win. But I think this is the best play, the safest play. For example, a Vorinclex would destroy us for playing a Mordenkainen, right? We'd have a 6/6. If they had a Vorinclex plus a Blizzard Brawl, which isn't unreasonable. Now that is a critter. Yay, counterspells have been cast. The untapped land. Let's go! Let's go! Got him! Make it rain! It's raining gold in here. We beat green! The toughest matchup. We got him. Alright. Our opponent's on the play. We've got 5-ish land here, but we can probably use Jwari on something. Let's see what happens. We've got Warhound, so that's fun. A little foretell for the opponent. I'm down with that. Dragons this early in the game, they're not going to play anything, so holding the Jwari there doesn't make sense. Alright. If we play the Warhound, it walks right into Prismari Command into the dragon. I think we should wait another turn at least. Let's see if they do something on end step here that isn't... Okay, they Magma Opus? Yeah, then we need to keep holding up mana. Go for Galazeth. Let's not. They might be able to get around this Jwari disruption this turn, which would be pretty frustrating, but we'll go for it. I wish I had foretold a Saw It Coming earlier. Yeah, they have the untapped land. But they are afraid of Saw It Coming, so they don't go for it. Nice. Hold the Doomscar. We want to be able to play Jawari and Saw It Coming this turn. There might be a counter war, and we need to win it. They don't have a cheap removal spell, so they probably have the cards we're afraid of in hand. All right, if we can get into a counter war that either we win or we tap them out in, like double Epiphany and Hall of the Storm Giants is a lot of damage. And they've taken a few hits from this Warhound. So we're in this one. But we've got to get into a counter fight we can win. Okay, let that go. Okay, we won the counter fight. Can we go for an Epiphany? No. Well, what are they going to have? Negate or Disdainful Stroke, right? They might have let that resolve on purpose for sure. They're not going to play Jawari, though, so we can go for this. All right, I think we test them. If they've got it, they've got it. Yep, they have the stroke. See what else they've got. They're at 11. Hall of the Storm Giants can attack for 7. Expressive Iteration. There's the Goldspan Dragon, so they're going to play it. That's going to leave them really low on mana. 3 is enough to cast a counterspell. It's too bad this isn't for lethal. Dragon Turtle's a good one. Lock them down, then we have 5 mana left over. Let's look for Stick. That was easy. If they have another Disdainful Stroke, though, and they counter this Epiphany, we could lose. What's the play? Do you think they have another Disdainful Stroke? Pretty weird card to shove into the deck. Negate would do it too. Negate would do it too. Let's just... I think that the safe play that probably wins the game is to turtle them on their untap step. They could still play multiple Epiphanies and win. Yeah, what do we play around, guys? Do we play around Negate and Disdainful Stroke? Or do we play around Epiphanies? They already have one. And Magma Opus is another one, too. Guys, I've decided that letting them untap is just too dangerous. We've got to go for it. And it worked. God, that was scary. That was a scary choice. What would you have done? And we are back for the post-game wrap. Let's check out the statistics on the deck powered by Untap.gg. This version of the deck managed an 8-4 win rate over an interesting hour of gameplay. But I will tell you, this was one of those cases where it took a long time to get the deck right. As we can see, like, there are versions that see this sharp drop. That was like 3 or 4 other versions of blue-white before I really got this one cooking. So it took a bit, and there are days like that. There are definitely decks that don't flow by or play by the old rules when a standard format changes, or when a new format is introduced, when a rotation happens, or when you enter a whole new format like 2022 standard. And blue-white is definitely one of them. The lack of the powerful cards of the past truly shows, and the lack of answers for what the opponent is doing really shows. So you have to be doing something powerful of your own. It's not really a control deck. It's like a mid-range. It's kind of mid-range, I guess. We want to flip the script in the mid-game and then take over, be the beatdown, flip the tempo, and then get them. And that's how the deck succeeds at its best. My favorite is the blue-red dragons. matchup. We've got counter spells, we've got very powerful effects. I don't think it's as good as a 100% win rate. I don't think it's an 80% matchup. I think it's a lot closer than that. In all honesty, I would probably put it at around 55 to 60% in your favor. But if your opponent's going to take their time set up and play their Prismari cards, I think that you are in a good position with some very powerful things that you can do, as well as put them in a very tight squeeze. I've done a lot of revisions to the deck, and this is where I'm going to chill for now. And I'm actually... will I play more of this deck? I like Mordenkainen. I think that there are probably other different and interesting shells for the Master of the Dog Illusions. So I think we'll get there. What does the deck offer me that's different from others? Honestly, it's Doomscar. If mono white and mono green are going to be completely swarming the battlefield, Doomscar is probably the most interesting thing as far as just throwing it all back in their face. But green especially is very resilient to that. They have the creature lands, they have the old growth troll that makes a bunch of mana, they have the ranger class. White is far less resilient. So I guess Doomscarring mono white is among the best reasons to keep playing this deck. And of course, another good reason is, do you love blue-white? Is it in your soul? Do you want so much for the days of Yorion and Dreamtrawler to live forever in our hearts and minds? Then maybe this is the deck for you. Thank you for watching this video. As always, I'll see you in the next video. You're cool.